everyone, welcome back, and it is Friday the 13th, so I decided to make some Valentine Friday the 13th charms. For the first one, we're making Freddy Krueger's hand holding a heart, and I'm using brown, red, and silver clay, triple thick, and dotting tools. I'm going to take a small piece of brown clay and make a teardrop shape that's flattened like that. Then I'm going to make a little rectangle and put that on the skinny part of the teardrop shape. This is going to be the hand and the wrist. And next we're going to make the fingers by rolling out some snake of clay. I'm going to separate it into 5 pieces for each of the fingers and smooth those out and add them onto the hand part. And once all 5 of them are on the hand part, I'm going to go ahead and grab my dotting tools and smooth out all of the edges. Then I'm going to grab my silver clay. I'm going to roll out a small piece of silver clay and make a small little circle like that. And then I'm going to roll a snake with a point and hook them together like this. I'm going to press them onto the finger, and you're going to need to do that for the 4 fingers. And it'll look like this. You're going to add a little band to the wrist part and then a half circle over the knuckle part. Next, go ahead and roll and flatten out a piece of silver clay and make a bunch of skinny rectangles. And you're going to put 4 of them down here from the middle of the hand to the wristband. And you're going to make 4 more that are a little thicker, and they're going to go from the finger to the knuckle. Next, you can go ahead and grab your dotting tools. You're going to add a hole to each of the finger parts, and you can add a hole to both sides of all the rectangles, and maybe texturize the silver parts a bit if you would like. And then the next thing I'm going to do is just grab my red clay. I'm going to roll out 2 teardrop shapes and put them together and use my dotting tools to smooth out the edges. And this will make a heart. And then I'm going to add it to the glove and add an eye pin and bake this at 275 for 15 minutes. When it's done, I'll just add a little triple thick and put it to the side to dry. The next one I'm making is a Jason's hockey mask. I'll be using black, white, red, and pink paint, as well as white, brown, and silver clay, dotting tools, glaze, eye pin, and this little jewel thing. First thing I'm going to do is just press out some white clay and place it on the little stone I have here. This will help give it a roundish shape. And I'm adding a little bit of white clay and using my dotting tool to make sort of a little bump in the mask, because the hockey mask has like a little nose spot like this. It's not very pronounced, but just a little bit. Then I'm going to make 3 little squares of brown clay. One goes on the top part of the mask and 1 on each side of the mask. And don't worry if your clay gets dirty, because you'll want to dirty up later. Next, I'm adding 3 little silver circles to the brown rectangles that I have here, or squares. And adding a little line so they look like screws. Then I'm grabbing my dotting tool and I'll just have to make little eye holes. And you can use another dotting tool to make the little hole designs that are on hockey masks, and they'll get painted in later after it bakes. And then the last thing you want to do is just add an eye pin and bake it in the oven at 275 for 15 minutes. And when it comes out, go ahead and paint in the eyes with black and all of the dots. And then I use a piece of paper towel and I put a little bit of paint, black paint on it, and I dirty up the mask to make it look more horrifying because it's dirty, of course. And instead of doing an arrow on the top part of the head, of the mask, I mean, I'm making a heart because I'm trying to make these horror characters more Valentine-y. And here we have the Freddy Krueger hand holding the heart and Freddy's mask for Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see some more, I have linked 2 videos right here, and don't forget to add me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.